Welcome to Everything Black. I'm glad y'all heard tonight. I'm gonna go ahead and get started with the videos.
To establish your business using an address other than your home? Wish you had a professional business address.
Listen.
If you do not understand white supremacy, what it is, and how it works, everything else sometimes people say, well, you mean everything that? Yes, because racism, political, religious, motivate force among economics, education, entertainment, labor, law, politics, religion, sex, and war. Was just about everything that any person minute by minute might be doing or engaged in any time of day or night, anywhere on the planet. Racism itself do not understand white supremacy, what it is, and how it works.
Y'all heard the man said everything that you don't understand about white supremacy will confuse you. If y'all don't understand it, what you think you know will confuse you. If you don't understand white supremacy, you are confused. Try to let him explain this a little bit. Then we're gonna go into such a nice subject.
Now, sometimes people say, well, you mean everything that I understand will confuse me if I don't understand racism? Yes, because racism is the dominant political and religious motivating force among the people of the planet.
It's the most political, religious, and dominating force on the planet. White supremacy. If you don't understand it, you will be confused. You must understand it.
All 9 areas of activity: economics, education, entertainment, labor, law, politics, religion, sex, and war. That covers just about everything that any person, minute by minute, might be doing or engaged in any time of day or night, anywhere on the planet. Racism itself is an insane proposition. You know, what is racism? White supremacy. What is white supremacy? Mistreating people or treating people like they're criminals because of color. Also, you have, people in very high positions who say that if you're a person with black skin, you are a toilet. So what do you do to a toilet? The little girl is a toilet, okay, in the minds of the white supremacists. This is universal. That's what a black person is. You know, or you don't know, a toilet. That is nothing. That is something to be disdained. That's something to have off to the side somewhere. A toilet hidden over there in the trees. Hide that thing. I mean, you know, that toilet. I mean, that's not anything to, you know, that's not a shrine or anything. We have recognized, we call them in order to make them feel better. We call them people, but that's not what they really are. They are less than animals, even, okay? And we'll do a few of them like that, a few of our chosen one. But basically, when you're looking at a black person, you are looking at a commode. Walking down the street, that's what that is. And here comes a toilet. That's what that is, a walking toilet. And if I have to relieve myself, that's the thing that I'm going to do it in.
Wow.
Did y'all hear that? Y'all have to see yourself the way the white supremacists see. They never give us that. They always vote for a Democrat or Republican. You always vote for somebody that's told you, grandma or your partner at the job that told you to vote Democrat or Republican. Never look into what you vote for. You always get it from somebody else, some people vote for. And then people cause you to go vote for. These people don't care about you. Why would you give somebody a vote that didn't care about you? Didn't have no thought of you being a part of anything? When the Democrat votes, they vote for the immigrant party. You know, they say to themselves, what are we getting out of it? And there is something there for them. If you go and you vote on the Republican side, you hear immigrants, black immigrants, caping for Trump, pretending to be black people voting for Trump, you know. And there are a few blacks that vote for Trump, and they don't mind you calling them coon. You can call them coon if you want to. That's what they'll say. You know, I'm a conservative, you know. I'm a black conservative. You know, I got to vote the way we voted back in the 1800s. It was conservative, Republican back then. So I got to vote that way. You're hearing I'm talking. In the Democrats, my grandmama, my church, you know, I'm just doing what grandma told me to do. People died for me to vote. You know what I'm saying? You heard all that when we were young, up until now. And what have they done for you? What have either party done for life? Absolutely nothing. Now they trying to say the immigrants, black people and immigrants are equal. No, the hell we ain't. That's a big goddamn lie. We are not equal to no immigrants. We have built this country from the ground. If you came over here from Africa on a ship, or if you was already here, this was an ethno-country. We built this country. This was the government that put their resources in us. I mean, they wouldn't even have any resources if it weren't for us. We helped the insurance company get started, the banks get started. All the infrastructure got started by us. We put nobody else here to build shit. We did it. But everybody else want to cling on and say they did. But there is no proof of them touching not one piece of wood and not one piece of mail, not any plow in the field. Yes. Not touching a railroad track. That was us. I think that's what wrong up there on my deal. My damn shit. I don't know if I can change. Anyway, that's what it is. I put a piece. So yeah, I can spell. I just, like I said, I'm half asleep. I've been working all day and just coming here to give y'all these videos. So let's get started. Let's share another video. About this Chicago mayor. Black people are getting tired of him. It's some of this bullshit here.
So that's why you don't know. You've been a clown. From one non-goofy to a goofy. The $21 hit won't work in this city.
A black man with a black wife and 3 black kids in LGBT. You got 2 black ladies over there. Properties are being taken by your God over. What you really about as a black man? Come over there and defend. Legally take my property and other black people's property.
You over here defending these illegal aliens like they're your children. And they probably are because then we need to check your immigrant status for deportation.
He is not governing to all. She's doing so in a very ideologically driven way.
At this point, I think Chicago is done pretending. They are getting tired of Mayor Brandon Johnson.
Because you're not really about that life, black man. See, it ain't about that. See, you a communist, you foreign, come in Chicago.
You see Brandon Johnson out here trying to push this $16.7 billion budget like it's a buy one, get one free. And the whole city is saying, we need more time. Teachers are telling him to slow down. And all these situations, he looks like a substitute teacher who
shit, I can't think of the name. I ain't slip on my name. Anyway, he's the Chicago mayor. They handing his blood to him. He's trying to raise all the taxes on the wealthy, on the hardworking entrepreneur, the small business. He's trying to raise all their taxes up. I think $21 per 100 citizens, workers in the corporation. but the small businesses, I think it's $21 per month or something. And all the businessmen are unhappy, including black FBA people there. This guy is just basically he basically talked for them. He jumped up the other day about a while back and said that if you don't call them immigrants, we call them undocumented workers. You know, they deserve respect. You know, my people called slaves. So if you want to go there, you know. Anyway, he stood up for them. Like I said, the Democratic Party would die for them. When you hear them talking about fighting, they talk about fighting for them. They talk about fighting for no health care. They can give a damn about health care. They fight for immigrants, LGBT. That's what they fight for. They make sure that those people are taken care of. They make sure of that. But like I say, the Democrats are having a problem. Let's go check another video. Key Democrats, they just turned on the leadership of the Democrat Party. I can't go. So, let's see what they're saying about it. Remember those 8 Democrats, my heroes, that came in and saved America from the shutdown? I think some of them got paid off. I want to say some of those Republicans, I think some of them got like 500K just for them signing, you know, coming back to Congress and signing the bill. Some of those Republicans got paid off there. Anyway, let's hear what they got to say.
Members on the Hill who are calling for him to step down. And you listen to Jasmine Crockett suggesting that maybe AOC.
I was the first to call for him to step down. It's always hard to speak out against your own party. I've worked with Senator Schumer on the CHIPS Act. I appreciated his role on the Inflation Reduction Act. But he just is out of touch with the base. We did not.
my phone.
You could have a year extension, maybe a 2-year extension. Let's negotiate about who would be covered. But we got nothing. And you know what the result of that is? Did not deliver for people.
All right. Well, everybody, I think the consensus on the Affordable Care Act is that it's not affordable. The prices have just gone up and up and up. And maybe this provides a window to actually come up with a solution that makes healthcare more affordable instead of less affordable. We'll see what happens.
Well,
yeah, go ahead.
The solution is there. It's something that Donald Trump supported in 2000, and that's national health insurance. FDR supported it, Dr. King supported it, and Donald Trump supported it. Now, the Affordable Care Act has lowered the growth rate, but what we really need is national health insurance in this country.
All right, we'll see what happens when the.
See, the Dems are getting rid of their legal. They keep trying to talk about this national health thing. That's not any good either. If you go to Canada, those people have a national health thing where healthcare is pretty much free, right? But it takes them like 9 months to get them a doctor's appointment. Surgery, they have to reschedule them surgery. They have to get them like so many months ahead of time. So if you have an emergency, you damn near gotta wait 2 months to go get to your doctor. It's worse than here. It's worse. Even though it's free, it's worse. I don't know what they're gonna do about that. I don't think they're gonna find any solutions in that. Both parties are so corrupt, you just can't get nothing affordable. Because these people are so evil. And my internet is terrible. I don't know what's going on. But we're going to try one more. We're going to see the Republicans. Y'all always say all I talk about is Democrats. So y'all going to find out about Republicans. So we're going to take on them what they talk about. Talk about them Republicans. They turning on President Trump.
A vote is expected next week on a measure forcing the Department of Justice to release them. Several Republicans are considering defying Trump and voting in favor of making. A senior White House official insists that the latest Epstein document release is nothing more than annoying. But for the second day in a row, the president did not take questions after a signing event. Highly unusual for this president. Adding to the pressure on him, a new AP poll shows that only in March, even more significant, 68% of Republicans approve of his handling of the government. That number was 81% in March. Meanwhile, Democratic Congressman Eric Swalwell was referred to the Justice Department for a potential criminal probe over alleged mortgage fraud. If you are keeping track, he is now the fourth Democrat facing mortgage fraud allegations. All right, now let's get smarter with the leadoff panel this evening. Peter Baker is here, Chief White House Correspondent for the New York Times. Daniela Diaz, a congressional reporter for Notice. And David Drucker, senior writer at The Dispatch. Daniela, what have you been hearing from Republicans? What should we expect ahead of the
and it seems like Speaker Mike Johnson is very prepared to put this on the floor next week in an effort to really make clear that he knows that he can't avoid this as he has tried to avoid repeatedly, as we've seen them try to do procedurally, not to have any sort of amendments to release, for a vote to release, that talked to countless Republicans last night during this vote to reopen the government.
These people are going to have a vote to release the Epstein files. This emails, a bunch of emails came out and kind of put Trump on Front Street. Now, you know how Trump, you go down for questions, you go down, but for the past bill, didn't talk about anything. What the Democrats do know is that when those emails or those documents come out next week, it's going to be a whole bunch of Democrats involved in it too. So each party is going against their leaders. Each party is corrupt. Each party will sit up here and in your face tell you lies. Will look right at you and tell you lies. It's getting where the American people don't trust neither one of these parties. So I'm saying that, you know, it's time for us at the Foundation Black America to leave this party. It's time for us to kind of start our own party and have them come and let us know what they have to offer us. They don't have anything out there. We just let them burn. Because Democrats definitely need us to vote for them to win. They can't trust on the immigrants to their elections, because the immigrants, once they look status, they split. They split to each one of the parties. But black people, we always stay consistent and vote with the Democrats. But now it's time out for that. I mean, time is done. It's time for FBAs to have their own party and how these parties, if it's going to be a Democratic Republican Party, to come and ask us or propose to us what they have to offer. And whoever offers the best program or the best policies, we will definitely take a look at it. And we are asking, we're not asking, we're demanding for cash reparations and an anti-black hate crime bill we put on the table to protect us from all these cops or race soldiers out here killing us. So those are the things that they must answer and put on the table is the reparations money, cash reparations, and the anti-black hate crime. And once we start getting that going, we'll negotiate further. So anyway, this is Frank with Everything Black. I'll talk to y'all on the next episode. Thank you for joining me. Like and subscribe.